Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura. I'm a 28-year-old single mother of two beautiful kids, and I bet you're wondering by the title of this video, what do I mean by I'm coming out? Well, I've had several people watch my anxiety and relationships video and have asked me questions on why you didn't say he, this, that, and the other. Well, there's a big reason. I am gay. And this is my coming out story. So, everybody says, oh, when you're in high school, you experiment with girls, blah, blah, blah. It's like one of those things, everybody does it. I had a feeling that my mom knew. I'm sorry, I look crazy. It's been a crazy day. I ain't got no makeup on, but it's okay because this is my life and I'm, this is me. But I had a feeling my mom knew I was gay. But, back in those times, it was not something that I wanted to tell anybody because it was frowned upon. I mean, I wasn't sure how my family would react. I wasn't sure how anybody would react, in all honesty. So, I kept it to myself for the longest time. Well, not really to myself. I did date a few girls when I was in high school, and, that happened. Well, everyone's like, well, what about your kids? What about your kids? So, back to what I was saying. It's like, I was scared to tell people. Everybody would pass judgment, and on other people when they came out, and I'm like, that ain't gonna be me because I was already 16 and pregnant in high school, and, but I have to be thankful. I'm so thankful things worked out the way they did, because if they didn't, I wouldn't have my kids. If I would have came out to my parents and my family and to everyone around me in high school, I wouldn't have my kids. And to me, that was God's timing. And you know what? I know God loves me, whether I'm gay, straight, bi, whatever, whatever other terms you want to use. I know He still loves me. And that knowing can never take away from me. So, throughout high school, I dated some girls, some things happened, it was high school. People were going through phases, but for me, it was not a phase. I was really scared to tell my parents because I know that my oldest sister, when I was, hanging around, I was younger, and, she was like, she told my dad that she thought that she was gay, and he was like, no, you're not. I said, oh, shit. I ain't telling you. So, I was scared. I put on a facade for so long, and, got pregnant, had Carly. Like I said, super thankful. Things work out, and, God makes things the way they should. God has a plan for you, and you know what? God knows in my heart that I am gay. I know in my heart that I am, and it's okay, and it's perfectly okay. And so as time went on, graduated high school, went to college, blah, 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 met Mason's dad. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Ended up having Mason. Like I said, my second blessing. Had him when I was 20. So it was when I turned 21. My sister passed away in January of 2013. And when she passed away, I realized, you know what? I'm not going to keep everything the way that it is. I'm going to speak my mind because life is too short, and I want you guys to know this. And if this is any consolation, just hear these words. Life is too short to be anything just to be anything you're not. Be who you are. Be proud of who you are, because I'm proud of who I am. Like, I got to that point, when I had Mason, me and his dad tried to work things out, because I wanted my kids to have a family, my biggest fear is that my kids would, just be like confused and not know what was going on. But I had a girlfriend over that summer, and what had happened was I was like, you know what? I'm about to tell my mom. I'm about to FaceTime my mom, who lived in Colorado at the time, and I'm about to tell her that I'm gay and I have a girlfriend. This is exactly how I was. I wasn't scared because I'm like, this is my time. This is my opportunity, to tell people. And I feel like this is the right time. It had been, let's see, 4 months, 4 months since my sister passed away. And it was really heavy on my heart because I'm like, I'm not going to pretend to be someone I'm not anymore just to appease other people and just, be scared of other people's judgment. I'm just not going to do it. So I got out my handy dandy iPhone, FaceTime my mom, and my mom answered. She was like, oh, hey, talking. And I said, hey, Mom, I want you to meet my girlfriend. I was like, hey, it's my girlfriend, Allie. And, my mom's response was, she's like, oh, hey, it's nice to meet you, kind of, we're over the phone. And I'm, like, sitting here, like, not the reaction I thought. I thought that it was going to be a completely different reaction from my mom. But I knew that she would take it better than my dad would. Kind of. I mean, that's how I thought, with, stuff that's happened, things that were said years before. So, my mom and my stepdad were completely fine with it. Do you know what kind of weight was lifted off my shoulders when they found out? A huge weight. I know that everybody wants their family's approval, especially, when they, when they are gay. So I finally got ballsy enough to tell my dad, and I was surprised. I was surprised at my dad's response. My dad goes to church and went to church, and, he had been remarried, and, I know I'm fidgeting because, I don't really tell this story that often. I mean, I'm not ashamed to, but it's like I'm just telling you guys, and, because I want you to know the real me. I want you to know everything about me, and I know that y'all are sitting there saying, wow, she said they, them, this, that, and whatever in her anxiety relationship video. Like, I'm confused. And this is the reason why. It's because I wasn't, and then granted that was a few days ago, I wasn't ready to tell my story. I wasn't ready, but then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care anymore. I don't care in the first place. I mean, everybody at my work knows that I am. My whole family knows that I am. All my friends know that I am. Like, it is no secret, in my world. But I don't want y'all to think that I'm someone that I'm not. So this is why I'm giving you my story. So I went to talk to my dad, and I brought Allie with me. That was her name. And I was like, Dad, I said, me and Allie are together. He knew Allie before we were together, they were she was one of my sister's friends and helped, with my nephews and such. So I said, me and Allie are together. I was expecting some backlash from him, but he looked at me and he hugged me, and he said, Laura, my beliefs will always be the same. I will always believe that a man should be with a woman, but I will always love you the same, and I'll always love whoever you are with the same. He said, I'm okay with it. Again, floored, shocked. I'm like, I should have told y'all sooner. But then I'm like, if I did, I wouldn't have Mason. Things, if I would have said anything like maybe 2 years prior when Carly, was maybe 1 or 2, yeah, something like that, 2.5, things would have been different. I wouldn't have Mason, and it's funny how things work out, and like God's timing is perfect, and God told me that it was my time. Don't waste any more time. Don't be someone you are not. So I decided to tell them, and my responses that I got from them were completely different reactions than I thought. Now, my stepmom, on the other hand, hated it. Not a fan. She was very rude to me, and she was not pleasant to the people that I was with, or, who I was with and didn't approve. And, at the end of the day, I am me. I'm gonna be me. And when I came out to my dad and she felt the way that she felt, I'm like, then you really don't love me. You should love everybody and accept them for who they are. My friends were so accepting. My family was accepting. I mean, everybody around me was accepting. So it's like, I have no issues. I have no problems. I know there's a social stigma on people being gay. And then, a lot's changed since then. Like, this was, 7-8 years ago when I fully came out and, told everybody who I really was. And there were still some, like, people giving looks. And the biggest thing you can do is, like, if I'm strong-minded and, I'm gonna hold your hand in public. And if people look at us crazy, they can look at us however they want to, because we are not here to please others. We're supposed to love each other and help each other and do whatever we can for each other. And that's what I've always done, and that's what I will continue to do. I will always, always, always make sure whoever I am with feels secure and knows that I'm not ashamed of them. I'm not ashamed of our relationship. I will gladly publicly put that out there. I mean, Facebook was a big thing back then too. I mean, it still is, but, and when I put, she asked me, she was like, are you okay with putting this on Facebook? And I said, yeah, let's put it on Facebook. I don't care. I don't care what people think. And, when I did, I expected there to be some backlash from other people. And they're just like, a lot of people were shocked. And then, but I never got any hate for it. And I guess I got lucky, because I know that there's so many people that do get hate for it. They do get backlash. Their families don't approve. Their friends don't approve. Their social circle, their job, But I did get lucky. And I did, the biggest thing I want y'all to know and to learn from my story, because I could go on and on about this, and I don't mind. Like, I really don't mind how long this video is. I'm just tired, and I'm trying to hit on everything I'm trying to hit on. And life is so short. My sister passed away from a 1 in a million chance thing, and that was during childbirth from amniotic embolism. So, that there and the health conditions I have, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and it's going to be it. If it's on my mind, it's coming out my mouth. Like, now, if I'm upset and it's a negative thing, I think about what I say. I think about things before I say them, because I know once it's out there, you can't take it back. I don't like hurting people's feelings. I'm not one of those people. Are there things in my life that I regret relationship-wise since I came out? Did I always follow that life is too short, who cares what everybody else thinks type situation? No. I wasn't staying true to what I wanted to live by. I was in a situation, and I had met this girl, and I could go on and on about this girl. This girl, it was the most amazing, beautiful souled person I have ever met in my life. Like, she was there all around amazing. In that point in my life, I couldn't give her what she wanted, what she needed. I couldn't give her the love and care that she needed, because of certain circumstances that I cannot put out in this video, because that is someone else's personal stuff. And I will never degrade anybody for the way they feel about me. But I feel like I should be loved no matter who I am, who I love, who, I want to be with, what I like, what I don't like. I feel like I should be the one to make those choices. I shouldn't have someone tell me what choices I should make. I was told that I'm going to confuse my kids. They're going to grow up not knowing what to think. And let me tell you something. My kids have grown up to love and accept everybody no matter what. That is how I've raised them. They don't see color. They don't see nothing. They see somebody as a person. They don't care what their skin color is. They don't care if they're, if they're gay, if they're not gay. They learned and they've been raised to love everybody for who they are as a person. So yes, it's like, like I've had people ask me, why don't you, post your coming out story? My coming out story isn't as epic as, a lot of other people's. Like, it's just, this is my life. Like, I am who I am. But I let other people's views, and like I said, I can't dive deep in that situation because, that is, I'll get backlash from that. But I do want to tell you about this girl. I want to tell you about this girl that I will always love. She will always have my heart. That's never going to change, and that's been over 3 years. Like the way someone makes you feel, and this is why I felt like I had lost what I promised myself and what I promised Angie, with my sister. I promised her, and this is me promising, I sit and talk to her, I sit up in the sky sometimes, I look up at the sky and I talk to her. I promised her I'm going to stay true to me because she knew that I was gay. She was the only person I could even talk to about it, for so long, but she knew, and she was scared too because of the reaction, reaction-wise. She didn't want me to be hated or, felt a certain way, but at that time I was stuck. I was stuck in a certain situation I couldn't get out of at the time, and, people come into your lives for a reason, and just because things don't work out one time, and one space of time doesn't mean they can't work out in other spaces of time. But yes, do I believe in love at first sight? I do, because the first day that I walked up to this girl in Atlanta, my heart did something that it ain't never done before, okay? I've never felt that way about anybody, and I never will. But I messed that up. Granted, I was in a situation I couldn't get out of at the time, and, life happens. She is happy now, and I'm happy for her. But she is the most amazing person I've ever met. The way that she is one of those people that loves hard, will do what she can for anybody. She is just like me, but she was in a different situation than I was. And it's one of those where you wish you could have met somebody at a different time, and then maybe things would have worked out, or, gone a different route. Who knows? But do you really think that you can truly love somebody, like truly 100% love more than one person? Please tell me, because I can't. When someone is like 100% in the back of your mind at all times, and, that is who was your soulmate. Was it, like, it still is? Can you really get past that? Can you really move forward? Because, in my opinion, you can't. I won't settle for anything less than I deserve, and no one should. But, I have made mistakes when it comes to relationships, and that was my biggest one I made, was letting her go. I never should have done that. I should have, I should have fought more. But now, like, being gay to me is like, I will walk into a place and, be like, hey, I'm gay. Like, if a guy comes up to me and they try to hit me, like, nope, not my type. One of the first things that I ever told my boss, when I started working for him, is I'm just going to let you know a few things about me. I am very blunt. I'm very caring. I will speak what's on my mind, but I choose my words wisely, and I always think before I speak. And I am gay. And I have anxiety. Like, that is exactly what I told them. And you know what he said? He said, all right, we like diversity. Diversity is great. I have straight friends, I have gay friends, I have trans friends, I love them all the same. I see everybody as just a person. It doesn't matter who you love. It doesn't matter who you like, what you're interested in. And, some people out there are, they are still scared to come out. And you know what? In certain situations, like, I understand, because there are certain situations that people are scared of. They feel like they can't be who they are. But I never want people to feel like they can't be. I want people to live life like this is your last day. If you feel like, coming out is going to be like someone is going to physically harm you, or, reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I want anybody that, is struggling to come out, to struggle to be who they are. Please reach out to me. Like, my socials are always in my description. You can find me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, anything. Reach out to me. Email me. I don't care what you do. Just reach out to me, because I can help you if you need someone to talk to, because I know there are certain situations where people feel like they can't. People feel like they're going to be disowned by their family. I mean, I kind of felt like I was going to at one point, but looking back, my family is so accepting of everything and of everybody. So it's like, but like I said, the way things happen time-wise, if I would have came out any sooner, I probably would not have had Mason. And I'm tearing up because my kids are my world. They keep me grounded. My daughter loves rainbows. She tells me all the time. Even Mason be like, my favorite colors are all the colors in the rainbow. They know who I am. They love who I am. No, they are not confused. No, it has not changed their life in any ways. No, they know they have a daddy. They just, when you're with someone, they're just like, oh, this is just, they don't try to hide it. They're not ashamed, and they are not ashamed to tell people either. Like, yeah, my mommy does have a girlfriend. They don't care what people think. And they're not embarrassed by me. They don't feel like, they're not mad at me. You would think that, and that being a mom is scary, because you don't want your kids to look at you a different way. But my kids love me so much, and that's because I've raised them the way that I have, and, the people that I surround my kids with, that is why my kids are who they are. So in this day and age, people are a lot more accepting, but live your life like it is your last day. Live like you won't be here tomorrow. And that is how I live my life every day. I will always tell you how I feel. I always get everything out on the table. If it hurts me, it hurts me. If it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't hurt me. At least I know that I was honest and I was true to myself. And that is what I can take away from everything, is I will not afraid, because life is so short. And I know I said that like a million times, and it's just, there's so many things that I could say, but the main thing I want to get out right now is, yes, I am gay. I am proudly gay. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed, and I'm not scared to say it. I will not hide it. I will not hide it in public. I'm not going to lie to my kids. My kids know. But don't ever, if you have any, doubt in your mind, or just tell somebody how you feel. Just get it out there. because it might be your last chance to. You might only have that one chance because you never know when your last day is. Like I said, I lost my sister to something that's a 1 in a million chance. Could have happened to anybody. It could happen to anybody. So I live my life like I'm not going to be here tomorrow. That is how everybody needs to live their life. They need to live their life like they're not going to be here tomorrow. Be proud of who you are. Because I love you guys. I love everybody. And if you need me, reach out to me, because if you feel like you have no one to talk to and you're scared of coming out and you think that people are going to judge you, you're not being true to you. And maybe I can help with that. But I always want you to stay true to how you feel, who you love. Never look back, because at the end of the day, the only person you're lying to is yourself. Because I learned the hard way. If you can't be true to you, you're lying to yourself. If you don't tell people who you really are, you're lying to them. You might be missing out on the love of your life, your soulmate. You could have a huge weight lifted off your shoulders like I did. I carried this weight for so long. But my timing was perfect for me. I don't regret it. And I don't regret letting you guys know. I don't regret anybody knowing, because you're either going to love me, you're either going to like me, or you're not going to like me. But I'm not going to apologize for who I am. And I never will. And I hope you guys won't either. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Like I said, this is my coming out story. It was very simple, but I am who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. So yes, I am a 28-year-old single mother of 2 kids. I have anxiety, I have chronic health conditions, and I am gay, and I am proud of it. And I hope everybody else is proud of who they are too.